Welcome to our daily Forex market analysis, and this is for trading on October the 1st, 2020. Just a quick disclaimer here before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. All right. Excuse me. As usual, we'll start off by taking a look at our calendar here. So coming up here in terms of the news, we had a busy day. We do have Japanese data coming up. PMI numbers here are important. These are precursors and precursors to retail sales, and these are important numbers, so we'll have to keep an eye on these. It will have a direct impact on Japanese yen. And then tomorrow on Thursday here, we have another full day of data here. So we have PMI numbers from the Eurozone, and PMI numbers, these are precursors, like I said, to retail sales. So if these numbers come in, well, that means our retail numbers are likely to come in better as well, and which will mean that the economy is, or the recovery of the economy is going better than expected. So this is why we'll have to pay attention to that. So if these are good, that means we'll have euro go up, and same for the pound as well. Now we do have US dollar, data coming up here. We have unemployment claims numbers, and we also have Canadian manufacturing PMI numbers, US manufacturing PMI numbers. So important day in terms of the PMI numbers here. And we have more Fed members speaking overall as well. So busy day in terms of news. So let's take a look at our charts now. All right, we'll start off with euro dollar here. So we did see that euro went into resistance here. This is the one we had talked about yesterday. It was into resistance, couldn't really get through it. And we saw price drop, but then it pulled back right from this support. So right now, this is an interesting candle. We do have bearishness in this candle, but we also have a large pin here. So what I'd be looking for would be a potential retest of this 1.1750 level. And if it holds, we could see a drop. But then again, it would have to go through the support for it to continue lower, but we may get a sideways move here. So watch out for that. So right now, bias here is neutral for euro dollar. We're not completely bearish yet. Had the candle closed with a nice red bearish candle, then we would have turned bearish. Right now, this is more on the neutral side, and I'm looking for price to retest the 1750. And should it hold below 1750, only then would I be looking for price to drop. Because this rejection here, we could see price go higher. So watch out for that. So right now, bias is bearish, looking for 1.167 or 80, and then 1.1600. So neutral bias here for euro dollar. Pound here, we did see pound go up. Now it is into resistance. It hasn't quite made it through here yet. We do have a bullish candle close, but again, for last 3 days here, we have seen that price has not been able to break through this resistance. And should it continue to hold below, then we're looking for a move back towards the bottom of this range here. So right now, bias is neutral for this one, but slightly bullish, but overall neutral, because the reason I say slightly bullish here is because we could see a move back into this resistance. So should it go through, we may see one of these. So keep an eye on this 1.300 level. So bullish to neutral here for pound dollar. If it holds below 1.2930, then we're looking for a drop here. So neutral here as well. Aussie dollar here. Aussie is looking bullish. We have seen Aussie go up through the resistance here. Excuse me. So now it is coming closer to the next level. So something to watch out for here, 1.7190. So let's say 1.72. and then we may see a retest here. So if it doesn't go through, we could see a drop. So we've had a drop, pull back, and this could be a continuation. The critical thing to keep in mind here would be, can it hold below 0.7200? If it does, we're looking for a drop. So right now, this one is slightly bullish to neutral, because if it goes through this 0.72, then we're going all the way back into 0.7250. New Zealand dollar here, this one did break through this resistance here. It went through, so this is looking bullish. Now, this is also close to this resistance level at 0.6630. So that's something to watch out for. So this is not completely, none of these look strong, strongly bullish. The moves today were to the upside, but they didn't have conviction. My apologies. They didn't have the conviction with it. So even in terms of the volume here, we see neutral volume. So it doesn't really support the bullish momentum. So that's why we have to be careful. But bias is neutral to bullish. Next target is 0.6650. If it holds, we're looking for a drop. But if it goes through, then we'll basically continue on. Over the next couple of days, we're likely to continue on towards the top here. So for now, neutral to bullish. 6650 will be the first target, and then 6700 second target. Dollar CAD here, this one does look bearish here. We have a nice bearish engulfing candle close, and we had talked about this yesterday. Price was not able to go through this resistance. So for last several days, it just got stuck. It kept retesting the resistance, but it didn't go through. So this looks bearish. We have a nice bearish engulfing candle close. So I will look for a bit of a pullback here, and then we're looking for a drop. So dollar CAD, definitely looking bearish. First target is 1.3280. And then we are looking at 1.3230. So bias is bearish here for dollar CAD. Let's take a look at the commodities here. We see for silver here, price went into the resistance and dropped from there. So bearish bias here. So nice bearish engulfing candle here. Next target here is to the downside. We're looking at 22.50. So silver looking bearish. We may get a pullback into 23.65 and then a drop. So 22.50 and then 21.65. So bearish bias for silver. Gold here, gold also holding below that previous support resistance level. So we see here price went into the resistance. So this is where price had struggled previously here on the way to the downside. So it broke out of this triangle here, went through the support, and now it has back tested. So it's back testing the support, now turning into resistance. So bearish bias here. And as long as it holds below this level at 1900, still looking for a drop. I will look for a move back towards 1847 here. So bearish bias, looking for drop back down into the support again. Bearish bias for gold. Oil here, oil is holding sideways here. Price has been trading in a bit of a range here. As we can see, it's holding the support. So within this range, within this range, I will look for a move higher towards, so first target would be right into this resistance level. And then if it goes through towards the top of the range. So this is range bound at the moment. So bias overall here is neutral. Copper here, copper has moved up, but it's still into the strong support resistance level. So we do have to be careful here. Because if it doesn't go through, again, we could see, we could get a drop here. So none of the candles here are strong. Today's candle is probably stronger or the strongest of these, but as we can see, it has been making the sideways channel, and we could see a drop here. So watch out for that. But it is bullish only if it goes through this resistance. Then we may see it go higher. Next target is 3.03, but if it doesn't go through 2.99, then we are looking for a drop. So neutral bias for copper here as well. Bitcoin here. Bitcoin has been going sideways. We have a small bearish candle close, not looking very strong. It's been trading sideways here. So neutral bias for Bitcoin. You're just basically looking for a move between 11,000 and 10,150. Stock market went in both directions here. As we can see, it went up and went down. So it is neutral right now. We may see a retest of the high at 33.85. So if it doesn't break, then I will look for a drop from there. But it could go all the way into 34.28 level here. So watch out for that. So for now, neutral bias for S&P 500. NASDAQ here. NASDAQ is looking neutral. We see that price has held below this 11,550 level. So as long as it holds below that, we will look for a drop. So neutral bias for NASDAQ for now. Dow Jones here, this one is also neutral candle close, but it is holding above the support. So we may see a move higher back towards this 28,380 level here. So bullish, neutral to bullish bias here. 28,000 will be the first target. 28,380 will be the second target here. So neutral to bullish. Next one here, DAX is looking bearish. Actually, it went into the resistance and it's holding below. So I would take a look and back into the support at 12,340. So bias is bearish here for DAX. FTSE here, same thing. It's holding in the range. It wasn't able to go through the resistance here. So I will look for a move back towards the support at 57.80. So bearish bias here for FTSE. And next one here, we have Nikkei. Nikkei also holding below the resistance here. Today's candle close was bearish. So we may see a drop here. Still holding within the range here. So I will look for a move lower. So bearish bias here for Nikkei. So that's it for today. I will wrap it up here. Have a wonderful trading day, and I'll be back again tomorrow. Bye for now.